trees, among our planet's most ancient inhabitants. For millions of years, they've developed into one of the most intricate products of evolution. And not even the most advanced technology we can muster today is able to emulate their complex processes. The forest converts sunshine into life. It gives us the oxygen we breathe and cellulose, one of our most environmentally friendly and valuable raw materials. We depend on the forest, and our dependence is increasing all the time. In fact, it's difficult to even imagine one single day without the products we've come to consider as necessities. In the Nordic countries, we've always lived close to nature, and as time has passed, we've become increasingly skilled in managing the forest and its trees, both efficiently and carefully.
Check it out, New York!
However, competition is increasing from America, Asia, and Central Europe. The conditions for industry are changing. Plastics are taking market shares from carton. Aluminium and concrete are competing with wood-based construction systems. Fast-growing tropical plantations are replacing Nordic timber. To beat that competition, it's vital we increase our income and cut our costs, as well as continuously improve our forestry. Skogforsk, the Swedish Forest Research Institute, is the driving force and at the center of this development.
Welcome.
With applied research and development, we're paving the way for forestry in the future, working closely with the industry.
Hejsan! Ja, hur går det här då?
Jo, det går bra.
Det gör det, ja.
Skogforsk's resources are its staff, more than 100 persons who together represent a wide spectrum of experience and skills. We weave together knowledge and research results into syntheses and recommendations that can rapidly be put into practice. Applied research takes place in the forest. Models and theories, simulations and detailed analyses need to be tested under real conditions, often over a long period. Skogforsk has 1,500 field trials throughout Sweden which yield answers to the questions of today and tomorrow with regard to cultivation, management and environmental impact in the forest. It is out in the forest that new technology and ideas are tested. Decision support, communications, and production systems and machines must be efficient and carefully adapted, not only to those handling the raw material, but also to the forest environment itself. In this context, the forest is not just forestry. It is all the species that go to make it up. Even human beings originate from the forest. Perhaps that's why the forest deep within us still has such a strong effect on our emotions. It's here we find freedom, here we find challenges and excitement, as well as peace of mind. Not surprisingly, Skogforsk is also here studying nature management and conservation. Skogforsk has branches throughout Sweden, in Uppsala and Umeå, Arvika and Svalöv. The three latter being research stations and centers for Swedish tree breeding. The stations also function as bases for other parts of our research and as points of contact between forestry and society. Companies and state authorities commission us to create and develop new strategies for the future. Our staff are at the forefront of their disciplines and their input is highly appreciated. Essentially, we're acting as the developmental division of Swedish forestry, and we're proud indeed to have been entrusted with this task. A researcher must have visions. Our vision is to be an irreplaceable resource for the forest industry and for society. Ultimately, we must be able to live together with the forest in a sustainable cycle of life. Because one thing is certain, more and more of us will have to share this rapidly shrinking space on Earth. Today there are 6 billion of us, soon we'll be 10 billion. A century ago, this same planet could only provide for just 1 billion. There is only one process that can give all these people a future. Photosynthesis, the basis of all life. With the sun's energy, we can meet the growing demand for forest products. The products that are now part of our everyday life, as well as those that we can only guess about.